Hi, I'm Kelly and welcome to this video. And I'm here to shake things up a bit because I would really love to get you thinking about yourself and your body and your life in a way that maybe you haven't thought about before. Because you are unique. You are a beautiful woman who really gets to choose what is right for you. And as a Love Body mentor, I really do feel it is so important for women to connect to themselves again on a much deeper level as they listen to the woman within, learn who they truly are, and absolutely love every single part of themselves again. Do you feel inspired to love all of you again? If so, then I would love you to subscribe to the Love Body channel so that you can discover more love and joy for your life. So, how are you on this beautiful day? How was your morning? Do you maybe feel like there was just not enough time? Once again, that you were rushed and you spent most of your morning just stressing about everything that you had to do, and you just maybe get a bit wound up at all of those things that just need to be done, but you couldn't fit them in. You just ran out of time. And maybe this stressed out and anxious and worried feeling has just stayed with you for the whole day, and it just kind of snowballs and it causes you even more stress and anxiety, and the feeling that there just isn't enough time and you can't get everything done. There's just too much to do, and so this vicious cycle of stress and worry and not enough time and too much to do, just maybe it lays heavy within you and you don't know how to get rid of it and make it go away. I can tell you that used to be me really not all that long ago. I would just try and fit everything in that I needed to do before my daughter woke up and spend the rest of the morning stressing about all of the other things I had to do to get her ready for school, and freak out and get stressed and just drive myself nuts because there was just too much to do and too much happening, and I was just running out of time, and I knew I was being ridiculous and that I was behaving in a way that really only amped up all of that anxiety and stress and just continued that ridiculous cycle. And the worst part was that I'd end up taking that stress out on my daughter, and there was absolutely no reason for me to take it out on her. She was not doing anything wrong. She was just being a cute little beautiful self, and it was just because I couldn't get my shit together, and so I just blow up and it just like spurred out of me because I was just trying to do too much, because I believed that I had to do everything before I took her to school. And see, part of my identity for the longest time was being the responsible one. I had to be responsible for all of it, which led me to be quite controlling. I was a mother, or I am a mother. I'm a mother and a wife. I had to go to work as well. I had a house to run. I had my daughter to get ready. I had myself to get ready. I had all of these things, just kind of your typical woman's life, really. But I was overwhelmed by it all. I felt like I had to take it all on. And this caused me to lose my shit nearly every morning because I actually couldn't do it all. I was being very unrealistic with myself and all of the expectations that I put on myself, which I think a lot of us do. But these expectations they don't just come from ourselves, they come from our family, our loved ones, society and society's rules. And these rules, these fucked up rules, really, And I talk about them in another video called The Mold and the Rules, and there'll be a little link in here for you to go and watch that when you're done with this one. And these rules, these fucked up rules, they give us so much pressure. They put so much pressure on us as women. And as women, as mothers, to be perfect and to just do it all and do it perfectly while looking perfect. And this pressure, it begins the minute we wake up. Before we even open our eyes, the pressure begins. Because that shitty voice in your head, it starts in on you. It tells you how terrible you are because maybe you didn't lose 5 kilos yesterday like you promised yourself that you would. And that you suck because you didn't go to the gym in the afternoon like you promised yourself you would, and burn off all of those nasty calories that you had at lunch. And that maybe you're stupid because you forgot to buy a couple of things when you went to the supermarket. Or that you've got no willpower because you ended up binge watching your favourite show late last night instead of going to bed early, like you promised yourself you would. And that list, it just goes on and on and on. And all of those shitty, horrible things and thoughts we think in our head, they all happen within a few milliseconds of us waking up before we've even opened our eyes. And it's no wonder that we get out of bed feeling absolutely crappy and stressed already before the day's even begun. And we're way too hard on ourselves. There's no relief from it. These thoughts, they're just constant. And for each of us, those thoughts, they're different, but yet the theme is the same. It's that I'm hopeless and I suck and I'm not worthy of a great day, of a great life. And this just repeats every single day of your life until you do something about it, until you realize you can do something about it, that you don't have to remain in this pressure cooker. You don't have to stay stuck with your shitty thoughts, that you can create your love body day that is full of love and kindness and calmness, that no matter what the day throws at you, you have the power to react in a kind, loving and calm way, because you have already decided before you get out of bed how you are going to feel today. And that's really what it all comes down to, your feelings. And there are some people in this world who are so calm and so collected, and you just never see them lose their shit. Then there are ones like me who don't know how to not lose my shit. Because I was raised on anger. So that's why that was my main feeling. I don't really remember a lot of good stuff from my parents. I just remember being yelled at and made to feel as if everything I did was wrong. I wasn't taught how to express my emotions effectively or even communicate them effectively and appropriately. I only knew how to express myself with anger, just explosion. Now, if I was sad, I got angry. If I was even a little bit happy, then I replaced that with anger. I was overwhelmed and I declared it with anger. And my feelings, they just were not important to anyone, and that made me angry. I believe no one gave a shit about how I really felt, so I just showed my anger. It was my go-to emotion. And I hated it. I hated exploding like I did when all I really wanted was some comfort or a bit of love. I hated not being able to say what I really wanted to say, so my words were always full of anger. It was just so much easier for me to be that angry person than be the kind and loving person I really longed to be. And it was fear that held me back. Fear of being rejected again and again and again. And I was constantly rejected by the people who were supposed to love me the most. So I wasn't really about to let anyone else reject me. So I just stayed in that anger. And this anger, it just flew through me on a daily basis. It was there every single morning when I woke up. It consumed my thoughts. I wanted to stop it, but I didn't know how. So whatever emotion it is for you that consumes you on a daily basis, that rules your day, that rules your life, that takes you to a place where you're sick of going, I want you to acknowledge it. I want you to accept that this emotion has been a part of you for however long. Don't deny it, because it will only hold you back from moving forward. And all emotions, they're really not good or bad. All emotions are simply that. They're just emotions we feel when something happens in our life. We enter into a situation and it causes us to feel something inside our mind and our body. But most emotions come from past experience. They are old feelings that rise up inside of us because this situation is very similar to a situation that has happened in the past. It's happened before, maybe many, many times. And very rarely do we enter a situation with a completely clear mind and completely clear body, that our thoughts and our feelings do not persuade how we react to what is going on. No, there's old thoughts and there's old feelings, and they influence us in this new situation. You know, we have thousands, literally tens of thousands of thoughts every day. And depending on who you ask, it can go up to 70,000 thoughts a day. That's a lot of thoughts. And 95% of those thoughts are the same thoughts that you had yesterday. They're the same thoughts that have been swirling around inside your mind for years, probably even decades. And for this reason, when you wake up every morning and the replay button gets pressed, and then off you go. Are you exhausted from thinking the same thoughts over and over and over again? I know I was. I got to the point where I just really couldn't take it anymore. I was tired of my whole life being on repeat. I was tired of not feeling in control of what I was thinking, what I was feeling, and what I was doing with myself. Something major had to change. But what and how? And those are the answers that I was really searching for. How could I change myself, my insides, so that I could actually create the life I wanted? I didn't want to yell at my daughter unnecessarily anymore. At all, really. She didn't deserve that. I was raised in that way, and it changed me so much that I became pretty skilled with my anger. And I couldn't do that to her. I don't want to do that to her. But this wasn't just about her, it was also about me. Because if I could create a better version of myself from the moment I woke up, then that would have the most wonderful impact on myself, of course, but also everyone else around me. I just couldn't be that crazy, angry person anymore who couldn't handle myself or what life was actually giving to me. I wanted to be calmer and kinder and more in control of my emotions rather than be controlling. And in my search for what I needed, I found many, many things. I discovered meditation and yoga, fitness, nutrition, energy medicine, chakra healing, mindfulness, forgiveness, gratitude, appreciation, love for myself, EFT, belief clearing, journaling, and there's just so much more. It's really an extensive list. But guess what? all of that, trying to do all of that, caused me to be even more overwhelmed and even more anxious, because I was still trying to do it all while still being a mother and a wife and working and running a home. And I still felt as though there was just never enough time to do it all. How could I fit all of this new stuff into my life that I knew was so beneficial to my healing and to my growth and to me having a happy and joyful day instead of that crazy, stressful, angry day? And I was just stressed about it and worried about it. And all the experts were telling me I had to meditate every day and I had to exercise and tap away my stuck emotions with EFT, and I had to forgive myself and my past and be grateful for every little thing in my life. And I was teaching this stuff too because I do believe in it. I wholeheartedly believe in all of that. But how do I create the kind of day I want? How do I create a day where I feel like I am fulfilled and joyful and all of the things that I actually want to be and I want to do? Because the experts don't know me. They don't know my life. They don't know what I like and what I don't like. They really have no idea. But I do. And I didn't know exactly what I wanted, but what I did know was that I wanted to find out. And I had to find out because I couldn't go on living with all of the overwhelm still, and stress and anxiety and anger that I was allowing to consume my day. And that's why I created the Love Body Day. I am the type of person who likes to see what's coming and see it written down. And I love a list. I love creating a list. And the Love Body Day, it's evolved as I've gotten more in touch with myself and what it is that I want for my life and for my day. I have tried lots of different things, and I have now narrowed it down to a few that get me to a joyful, calm place every morning. And it's not perfect, and it's ever evolving, and it's okay. Life changes and shit happens, and we need to be able to go with the flow. Even though I love a list and I know what's coming, I also love to be able to be flexible. And your day doesn't have to be a shit show. It doesn't have to be one stressed out moment after the other. What do you want your day to be? What do you want it to look like, to feel like? We can't control everything in our day. It'd be great if we could. It's not possible. But the one thing we can always control is our feelings. Your feelings are a reaction to what is happening to you, what is happening for you. And when you react from a past experience, these feelings can become out of control. So by writing down how you want to feel throughout your day, then you have already set yourself up to feel that way. And should another feeling come into play and you think it is taking control, then you are going to remind yourself that you have chosen to feel a particular way, and you'll bring yourself back to that feeling much quicker than you might normally be able to do. So to create your own Love Body Day, begin with how you want to feel. How do you want to feel the moment you come out of sleep? Now your ego will do everything in its power to bring you back to how you usually feel, because it's safe there. And this new feeling could be weird and uncomfortable, and your ego just doesn't like that. So be aware of thoughts and other feelings trying to take over, and choose to allow yourself to feel your new feeling. And what can you incorporate into your day to enhance this new feeling? What foods could you nourish yourself with? Plan out your meals for the day so there's no surprise and no fighting with your willpower, and no chance of you making a choice that will take you back to your old feelings. And how do you want to move your body today? How would you love to love yourself today? It really does come down to how you feel. And if you get that feeling, then everything else is going to feel easy and calm. My day no longer begins with me feeling shitty about myself, with anger just immediately filling up my whole body. I can use my feeling, the feeling I have chosen to feel, which is mostly joy, to inspire my day to be so much better. And when anger does come back, or it wants to completely take over, I can simply remind myself that joy is my feeling. And I will bring myself back to this feeling, this beautiful feeling. And I've been using this feeling for a little while now, and it does get easier to bring myself back to it. And I can do it more quickly too. And best of all, it feels good knowing I don't have to stay stuck in anything I don't want to. I have the power to choose. I have the power to release, and I have the power to be whatever I want to be. Nobody can take that away from me. Nobody will ever decide how I feel again. So, your power move for this week is to grab your own copy of the Love Body Day Planner, which of course will be a link in the notes below the video, and begin creating your Love Body Day. Choose your feeling and you will become it. No more shitty days, no more stressed out mornings, no more anxious moments worrying about not having enough time or not knowing what to do to feel better. You get to decide all of it. Find a few things you love and do them. Get help wherever you can to reduce your huge to-do list, and allow yourself to have the freedom of creating a day for yourself that belongs to you, not your ego and her devious ways to keep you stuck and keep you apparently safe. All right, beautiful, you get to decide what you want for your day. You don't get to decide the outside stuff, but once you decide what's going on in here, all of that outside stuff is not going to feel half as bad. Oh, thank you so much for watching, beautiful. This is such an honor for me. It really is, being able to speak to you like this, because I spent so much of my life being quiet and not speaking up and staying small that I forgot I have a voice worth listening to. You may not always agree with everything I say, and that's absolutely okay, because this is a conversation between us. Yes, I have lots to say, but I also want to hear what you have to say. So I'd love you to leave me a comment. You could even email me your thoughts and just get in touch and let me know what conversations you'd like to have. And if you love this video, please share it. And who do you know who would also love to watch this video? But before you go, I invite you to find out more about the Positively You program. And inside the program, there are more lessons about you, your body, your life, and really figuring out what it is that you want and what you need, so you can focus on bringing more love and fun and joy into your whole being. As you listen to the woman within, learn who you truly are, and love every single part of yourself again. All right, until next time, love and joy.